Come in. Close the door behind you. Outside, the rain is falling. Steady. Unhurried. It doesn't need anywhere to be. Sit down. Let your shoulders drop. You came here tonight because something feels empty. Not sad exactly. Not angry. Just empty. Like the color has gone out of things you used to reach for. You don't have to explain it to me. I already know. Tonight, we're not going to fix that feeling. We're not going to chase it away. We're just going to sit with it by the fire until it feels a little less heavy. That's all. Nothing more is asked of you tonight. You wake up, and for a moment before your mind catches up, everything is fine. Then it arrives. That quiet question, what is any of this for? You go through the day. You do the things you're supposed to do. And somewhere in the middle of it, you catch yourself standing still, staring at nothing, wondering why none of it feels like it means what it used to. You used to have a reason to get up, a person, a plan, a version of yourself you were building toward. And now, you're not sure where that reason went. Maybe you achieved the thing you thought would matter, and it didn't fill the space you expected it to. Maybe you lost something, a person, a job, a picture of your life, and what's left feels like a room with the furniture taken out. Maybe nothing dramatic happened at all. Maybe it just crept in slowly on an ordinary Tuesday and never left. You smile at people. You answer when they ask how you are. But underneath, there's this low hum of what's the point. You wonder if something is wrong with you. It isn't. You are not broken. You are not ungrateful. You are a person standing in a season you don't yet have a name for. And that is what tonight is about. Let me tell you something that might loosen the knot in your chest a little. This feeling, the flatness, the fog, the sense that nothing quite reaches you. It isn't a verdict on your life. It's not proof that your life has no meaning. It's a phase. And phases by their nature are not permanent. Human beings are not built to feel meaning constantly, like a light left on in every room. Meaning comes in waves. It arrives, it recedes, and there are stretches, sometimes long ones, where the tide is simply out. You're in a low tide right now. That is all this is. Think of how a life actually moves, not how we pretend it moves. We like to imagine it as a straight line climbing upward, each step building on the last. But that isn't how it works. A life moves more like the seasons. There is a spring when everything feels possible, when you wake up already reaching for the day. There is a summer when you are full, when things are working, when meaning feels abundant and easy. And then quietly, things you were holding begin to loosen. Certainty falls away like leaves. You start to feel the cold coming, even if you can't say why. And then winter, bare branches, short days, the sense that everything has gone still, maybe even dead. You are somewhere in that autumn, or perhaps deep in that winter now. And here is what the trees know that we so often forget. Winter is not the tree dying. It's the tree conserving, pulling its life inward down into the roots where it cannot be seen, but where it is not gone. The tree is not broken because its branches are bare. It is simply doing what a tree does in this part of the cycle. You are doing what a person does in this part of their cycle. The emptiness you feel is not a life with no meaning in it. It's a life between meanings. The old one has finished its season. The new one has not yet arrived. And that gap, that quiet, colorless gap, is where you are standing tonight. It is uncomfortable, but it is not dangerous. It is not permanent. It is simply where you are for now. Now, I want to take something off your shoulders, something heavy that you may not even notice you're carrying. You feel that you should already understand your life, that by now you should know what it's for, what you're meant to do with it, why you're here. Let that go tonight. You do not have to know everything right now. You do not have to have the answer before you're allowed to rest. No one is grading you on this. There is no deadline for meaning. You are not behind. Let that pressure fall away from your chest, the way a coat falls from your shoulders when you finally take it off after a long day. You don't need the answer tonight. You only need to breathe. Breathe in slowly and out. In and out. Feel your body loosen just slightly with each breath. Now, picture the fire in front of you. Watch how it moves, not forcing itself upward, not straining. It simply burns at its own pace, giving off warmth without trying. You don't have to strain either. You don't have to force meaning to appear tonight, like striking a match against a cold wall. Let it come the way warmth comes from a fire, slowly, steadily, without being pushed. If you need to grieve the version of your life that used to feel meaningful, let yourself grieve it quietly. Here, where no one is watching. If you need to simply not know for a while longer, let yourself not know. There is nothing wrong with you for standing in this gap. Every person who has ever lived a long life has stood here at least once. In the space between who they were and who they hadn't yet become. You are not lost. You are between rooms. And it's all right to stand in the hallway for a while, in the dark, before the next door opens. The rain outside doesn't rush either. It just falls at its own pace, and the ground receives it, drop by drop, until, in its own time, something grows. Let yourself be the ground tonight. Not the seed, not the flower, just the ground. Quiet, receiving, waiting. You are safe here. You do not have to have it figured out tonight. You are enough, exactly as you are. Even in this empty, uncertain season, meaning will return, not all at once, not like a light switching on, but slowly, the way spring returns. One small thing at a time. A conversation that catches your interest again. A morning that feels a little lighter. A reason, quiet and small at first, that makes you want to get up. You don't have to look for it tonight. Just let the winter finish its work. You can rest now. Let the fire burn low. Let the rain keep falling. You are exactly where you need to be. Rest now.